Today I give you NinBenDo's 20 best performing shorts. Enjoy. Did you know that Charles Martinet, the voice actor of Mario, has actually voiced him in over 100 different Mario games? And he actually beat the Guinness World Record for the most voiced character as the same character, which is crazy. Did you know without Mario 64, we may not have ever gotten GTA 3? Rockstar's developers said that Mario 64's 3D freedom and camera design directly inspired them to create an open-world crime sandbox. Did you know the Switch 2 Joy-Cons could do this? So if you grab just your normal Joy-Con and a Switch 1 Joy-Con, you can obviously have this Joy-Con on there. And you can obviously... The Switch 1 Joy-Cons are backwards compatible. But did you know that you can do this? Now, I don't really see the reason why you would want to do this unless for some reason you needed this for a certain game. But anyways, did you know that? I think it's pretty cool. Did you know that Rob helped save the NES in America? Apparently in America, the NES was not doing great in sales, so the Nintendo bundled it with Rob the robot, so it was more like a toy, and it worked. Sales started going way back up, and the NES started getting a lot more sales. Did you know that the reason why Mario wears a hat is actually because in the 80s, it was super difficult to animate hair? So Nintendo just gave Mario a cap, and it stuck. Now it's a very iconic thing for Mario. Did you know that in 1960, Nintendo released a real product called the Love Tester, where you and your crush would go up and touch a metal rod, and it would measure how much you were in love, I guess. And I did not know this. Did you guys? Did you know that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom wasn't supposed to be a brand new game? At first, Nintendo was just making it as an extra DLC for Breath of the Wild, but the ideas got so big and complex that they scrapped the DLC and they made it into a full new sequel to the game. Have you ever wondered why Donkey Kong is called Donkey? Miyamoto wanted him to be stubborn, which he thought meant donkey in America, and then Kong just meant big ape in Japan, so Donkey Kong literally means stubborn ape. Did you know that Luigi's Mansion was apparently never supposed to be a game? Apparently Nintendo created it as a tech demo to just show off the lighting effects on the GameCube, but the fans loved it so much that Nintendo turned it into an actual game, and that's how Luigi's Mansion was created. Did you know that in 1993 a Game Boy went into space on a Russian mission? Apparently it orbited the Earth for 196 days, and then it actually came back down, and it's still working to this day, and now it's in a museum. Did you know that the Nintendo Wii was the first Nintendo console that you could use Netflix on? At one point, more people used the Wii to stream Netflix than any other device. And now we have the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, and you can't even stream anything. The only thing that you can stream on the Switch 1 is Hulu, but I wonder why they don't add support for that nowadays. Did you know that Mario was never supposed to have a mustache? Apparently the NES could not handle a full mouth, so that designer added a mustache so that you could tell where Mario's nose is ended. Imagine if Mario never had a mustache. Did you know that Nintendo's name actually has a meaning? The word comes from Japan and it translates to leave luck to heaven. It's a poetic way of saying that things are out of your control, even in games. Did you know the reason why Pokemon is a thing is because the creator of Pokemon grew up collecting bugs in Japan? He wanted kids to have the same excitement of finding creatures in nature. That childhood became the hobby of the entire Pokemon franchise. Did you know that Miyamoto's childhood is actually why Zelda is a franchise? Apparently, as he was a child, he explored caves and lived near forests and went exploring, and that's the whole entire reason why he wanted Zelda to be a franchise, because he wanted his childhood to be put into an adventure game. Did you know back in the 80s, Nintendo actually had a tip hotline where you could actually call and talk to real people and they would actually help you beat levels in Mario games and stuff like that? I did not know this, I actually just learned this, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Did you know that a Game Boy survived a barracks bombing during the Gulf War? Apparently, the whole entire screen was melted and everything looked destroyed, but it still survived and worked perfectly fine. And now till this day, it is still working and it's in the New York Nintendo store. Did you know that in 1989, Nintendo released an NES accessory called the Power Glove? Basically what you would do is you would move your hand around and it would move the character in the game, and it had a few other functionalities, but it barely worked, so nobody really used it. Did you know that the blue shell was first introduced in Mario Kart 64? Developers added it because they wanted a way for players in last place to still have a chance at winning, but originally the shell didn't fly, it just rolled along the ground, hitting everyone in its path. Did you know in the 90s some airplanes had Nintendo consoles built into the seats? Passengers could play the Super Nintendo games while on their flight, So this was one of the earliest times that you could actually game during a flight. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, consider giving me a like, and if you want to help support me, then even subscribe if you want to. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and sorry this wasn't a full long form video like I normally do, but I've been sick this last week, so I really haven't had time to make a video, but thank you guys so much. Have a great day.